My body's worth nothing. You can do what you like with it. But my soul is eternal.
The Untold Truth about Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston was an American actor and activist born on the 4th of October 1923 in Wilmette, Illinois, USA. He's well known for starring in blockbuster movies such as The Ten Commandments and Ben-Hur. John Charles Carter was the oldest child of Lila Carter and Russell Whitford Carter of English and Scottish descent. It's known his ancestors arrived in North America in the early 1600s. Despite being born in Illinois, John Charles actually grew up in Michigan, where his family moved to for his father's work when he was a child. In his new home in St. Helens, John grew up in an isolated rural environment, along with his two younger siblings, Lila and Alan, until their parents divorced in 1933. A simple reminder how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either iPhone Max, iPad mini, or MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Shortly after their mother's second marriage to Chester Heston, the kids moved back to their hometown in Illinois, and the kids adopted their stepfather's surname. Though it's certain Heston's first names were John Charles at the time of his birth, his name was changed sometime during his childhood, as records of 1930 show that he was Charlton J. Carter at the age of 6. Charlton was originally Heston's grandmother Marion's maiden name. After she divorced her first husband, Charles Baines, she married again to William Henry Lawton, but made her children, including Lila, adopt her surname to distance them from their father. Regarding his faith, Heston was born into an Episcopalian family and considered himself as one for the rest of his life. He often emphasized his enjoyment of the aspects of Christian's faith. Although there's no information about Heston's primary education, it is known that he attended New Trier High School, as he recalled in his autobiography, The Actor's Life of 1976. All kids play pretend games, but I did it more than most. Even when we moved to Chicago, I was more or less a loner. We lived in a North Shore suburb where I was a skinny hick from the woods, and all the other kids seemed to be rich and know about girls. Not only did he become an avid tennis player during his high school years, he also developed an interest in acting after participating in a teen play. Ultimately, this interest led him to obtain a drama scholarship to attend Northwestern University. In college, Heston had his first acting experience in the amateur film Peer Gynt by David Bradley. He also found a side job as a model, which helped him to provide for himself during his student years. Charlton Heston enlisted in the U.S. Army Air Force in 1944 during World War II. He served in the Alaskan Aleutian Islands as an aerial gunner and piloting a Mitchell B-25. During his time with the 11th Air Force Squadron, Heston was promoted to the rank of sergeant. After the war ended, Heston moved to New York searching for job opportunities as an actor. It didn't take him long to be cast in Antony and Cleopatra on Broadway, which led him to gain real experience in the entertainment industry. Heston spent some time living in New York, but in 1949 he moved to Los Angeles and landed a small role in the TV series Suspense, and then played various characters in Studio One. He was cast as Mark Antony in the 1950s movie Julius Caesar, followed by his first starring role in Dark City, directed by William Deedley. Although those productions were relatively modest and he had not yet become famous, he left a good impression on the iconic director Cecil B. DeMille, who had watched his performance and offered him a role in The Greatest Show on Earth as a circus manager. This was considerably fortunate for Heston's career, who received good critiques for his acting, and the film ultimately won an Oscar for the Best Picture in 1952. Heston then appeared in The President's Lady in 1953, which was not only his first important starring role, but was also the first historical movie of his career. Over the next 3 years, Heston acted in a variety of productions, including the TV series Medallion Theatre and Danger. Heston then starred in various movies such as Bad for Each Other, The Naked Jungle, and The Secret of the Incas, a string of leading roles that led him to land one of the most important works of his career, and the character for which he would be remembered for years to come, as Moses in Cecil B. DeMille's epic drama The Ten Commandments, premiered in 1956. By this time, and less than 10 years into his career, Heston had become one of the most praised actors of his generation, and his rise in fame was unstoppable. His next roles were just as good, as he had the opportunity to work with several big names in the industry, such as the director of Touch of Evil, Orson Welles. In 1959, Heston won his first Academy Award for Best Actor for his starring role in the highly acclaimed Ben-Hur by William Wyler. This role also reaffirmed his place as Hollywood's favorite actor for historical roles. Although Ben-Hur was retrospectively Heston's career peak, he subsequently appeared in a variety of movies, which include El Cid in 1961, 55 Days at Peking in 1963, The Agony and the Ecstasy, and The Greatest Story Ever Told in 1965. Despite his success playing historical characters, westerns remain Charlton Heston's favorite movie genre, and fortunately for him, he had the opportunity to act in movies of that type, such as Will Penny. Planet of the Apes was Heston's first incursion into sci-fi, followed by a minor appearance in its sequel. He also appeared in The Omega Man and Soylent Green, and by the end of his career, his acting repertoire included almost 100 movies over 5 decades. Even before participating in political issues, Heston was regarded as an important figure to Americans, described as the epitome of the star who stands for moral certainties and patriotic beliefs that characterized Hollywood in its heyday. In 1955, Heston started expressing his political views and publicly supported Democrat candidates. In 1964, he participated in the Civil Rights Act movement, and from 1966 to 1971, he was president of the Screen Actors Guild, SAG, even endorsing gun control policies. However, Heston's political views took a conservative change, and he officially became a Republican Party supporter in 1972. Following an interview for Reason in 1987, he declared what caused this decision. "I think the Democratic Party has moved sharply to the left in the last 20 years. If you read the inaugural address Jack Kennedy gave, you'll realize he could not possibly have given it on the platform the Democrats concocted at the last convention in San Francisco." From then on, Heston constantly expressed his conservative views to the public and openly showed his support for Ronald Reagan. He also opposed the Vietnam War, pro-abortion laws, and changed his mind about gun control, becoming the National Rifle Association's president in 1998. He was fervently opposed to Bill Clinton. "America doesn't trust you with our 21-year-old daughters, and we sure Lord don't trust you with our guns." In his personal life, during his time studying at Northwestern University, Heston met fellow student Lydia Marie Clark, who he married in 1944. They remained together until his death. The couple had a son together named Frank and subsequently adopted a girl named Holly. Although in his youth, Heston enjoyed good physical condition, he faced various problems with his health during the last decade of his life. In 1996, Heston had hip replacement surgery, and in 1998, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, which he survived after a long treatment. In 2002, Heston publicly announced that he was presenting symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. In his passionate statement, he expressed a deep honesty to his audience and friends about his condition. "If you see a little less spring to my step, if your name fails to leap to my lips, you'll know why. And if I tell you a funny story for the second time, please laugh anyway." Charlton Heston died on the 5th of April 2008 at the age of 85 after suffering from pneumonia. As a result of his long career as a Hollywood actor, Charlton Heston had an estimated net worth of $40 million. Regarded as a handsome man, Charlton Heston had a chiseled jaw, blonde hair, and an enigmatic voice. His weight was unknown. His height was 6 foot 3 inches, or 1.9 meters. A few more interesting facts about Charlton Heston include that his wife Lydia was also an actress. She died in 2018. Heston acted alongside his brother Alan in Peer Gynt. His childhood nickname was Chuck, and even in his adulthood, he was called that by his friends. However, his wife always called him Charlie. He played Mark Antony's character 2 times in his career. He marched alongside Martin Luther King in 1963. His childhood hobbies were fishing and hunting. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.